Hi. So more of the good stuff, I guess. I've heard some very mixed takes on this tier, so let's see if that's true by starting in the Necropolis. This level feels like it's playing chess with your grandpa. It's super boring and it feels like it takes forever, even when it doesn't. The iconic timing predecessor to Necropolis is similar to most timing levels of its time. It's bad! But how could a level with this section in it be bad? No one asked. I just hate this level. I have like 85 on it still, in fact, which just shows you how much I hate it. I usually finish everything I start. Beating this level is like slots, illegal under the age of 18. Because of this age restriction and this level having awful gameplay syndrome, I will give it my seal of removal. Starting this tier off with a level this ass is just mean, but because it's hyper iconic and covers a lot of weird bases, I still think it should be in the tier, just not as the first fuck you. With my private Apache helicopter, I will move myself away from Necropolis and closer to gender debates. This feels like Pursuit if it was good. I like this level. It's simple, well-paced, and doesn't try to be ambitious, which is just fine for this tier. I think this would fit far more as an introduction to this Amber tier than Necropolis would ever be. Because of the well-made gameplay, I will give this my seal of approval. Good job, my Dutch brother in Zeppy fellow, for being epic. Now onto a level with a oddly similar name. Arcane. More like R. Kelly. Excel levels are like, haha, I'm long, I don't like Excel levels. Self-hatred is very common nowadays. We need to stop this. But I hate you too, so that's a good take, I guess. For an Excel, this does an excellent job in the Amber tier. To be fair, this level's most direct competition is Future Funk 2, and I got informed by an undercover agent that works in the back alleys of the GDDP that the GDDP never adds Jonathan GD levels because they, and these aren't my words, suck complete and utter cinema flat screen LED lights. Don't know what that means, but it sounds smart, so he's probably right. This trip to hell looks great, with the theming especially being unusually strong for an Afterlife themed level. I give this my seal of approval because this level is pretty much perfect for an Excel pick here. Thank God the GDDP team is full of mature adults that would never enjoy a sex pun level. So I thought I knew biology, but apparently humanity is made up of melting lollipop juice and our genders are just a byproduct of whatever bubblegum flavor you choose. Just like milk, gumshot is serious business and not something I really like in my mouth. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, what was that? Are there police officers knocking on my door? They probably just confused their lights with the amazing color scheme that is consistently present in this swirly lick stick level. I myself don't love the gameplay that the neighborhoods of an average Amsterdam night offer, but I do respect the grind. I will give this my seal of approval, which blends in nicely with around half of the pre-fetuses in the background. After beating this, pissing is in order. Good joke. Quality joke. Oh my god, Flat Major sucks. I already shamed the inclusion of such a war crime back when I cried over losing the Showcase channel roulette. This should be removed, even if it's just for the average person's mental health. This gets my seal of removal and I will replace this level with Infernoplex because I can see that this level was added for more bullshit tolerance, and so the only correct level to replace it with is something equally infuriating. Infernoplex at least is interesting and funny, unlike Flat Major, and to a certain extent, Layak. I got. Flow gameplay, my insane demon. That's like unpog. Thank you for the verdict, Judge. Of course, this would be here. How is there any fleshy being surprised at this level's inclusion? The GDDP is like the Social Justice Warriors Association, after all. Everyone is epic unless you're Jonathan GD. So this controversial insane demon is often regarded as an extreme, and as someone who has not beaten this level, yeah, I totally think this should be above Sonic Wave but below Sonic Wave Rebirth, making it the first level to officially be between twins. Some consider that an achievement, I consider that a cock fetish. This is a very highly praised level by pretty much anyone that isn't associated with this mouth breather. I'll give this my seal of approval for being allegedly extremely fun, good looking, and I was looking in the mirror this whole time, my bad. That pisses the haters off so much that their voices become ultrasonic. I've done a comprehensive review on this level and its friends a long time ago. Everybody remembers when they lost their integrity. Though it has some very questionable gameplay choices, ultrasonic is absolutely outstanding as a 1.9 level. This is easily one of the most gracefully aged levels of the Renaissance era, with parts by Leonardo da Vinci, Shakespeare, and Vibrant's ball maze being some of the most iconic parts to any level ever released. I think this is the absolute peak of the Sonic series, mostly because it's actually worth a shit decoration wise, which is something that the other three Sonic levels usually kind of forget. Like, they aren't bad looking, but wow, they look outdated. This gets my seal of approval because while the gameplay is not the peak of humanity, the decoration gets pretty dang close. Do watch out, some people go on a rampage when they hear such a base take. The EdX level is funnier. Anyway, this is a very very solid, though boring insanely, with pretty average decoration and good gameplay. It gives off Heinz vibes, which is so unbelievably unexpected. There has never been a Heinz level in the GDDP tiers, because he gets treated unfairly like Jonathan GD. Anyway, this is a very boring seal of approval, but whatever. Now next up is my personal litter box. The secret box is a 9 circle level that uses a SpongeBob themed song. Though everything you might have learned from the Bible would tell you this is a bad idea, it actually works out extremely well. Like, this should be just so bad. In every aspect, it's pointing an arrow off a cliff into the mouth of a hungry hippo, but somehow this is like the best insane Demon 9 circles level in the entire game. Though I myself got extremely mad at this level back when I beat it in the Bronze Age, together with Alexander the Great and your mom. This level just plays like a dream. The sync, the gameplay, and the waves in general just immaculate to play. They feel smooth as butter. Though the ship and UFO could use some work, like sucking my dick, but they are the only exceptions to the general rule. This gets my seal of approval, which makes me doubt if this is really the worst GDDP tier, because so far, this half has been very solid, though there is of course some time to still fuck it up. Shoxidian in particular has some talent in ruining fun with Pursuit, so let's see if he can do that again with Fber. Besides bread, Fber can now also be found in the form of an extremely unbalanced level, almost by design. Just like All-American Breakfast, it keeps you very happy at the beginning, and then you want to kill yourself. Like, the first half is around like hard demon difficulty at best, and at the end it just throws this impossible silent duel in your face. No likey myself. Though it being unbalanced by design is a blessing in disguise, because instead of pulling a professional deception dive and having the worst balancing ever due to mental handicaps, this is just by design poorly balanced, which means it feels a lot better and a lot more natural. Besides this decently notable fact, this is just a great design level, so this gets my seal of approval for having throat-slitting gameplay made properly. If you still end up caving your skull in with a mallet, then Mindbreaker would be a very ironic level to beat afterwards. Base pick, mostly due to the memory gameplay. Yes, a memory level is a very simple and effective way to get me on your side, but there's a lot of competition in this area of memory levels, especially if you choose one as boring and bland as Mindbreaker. This gets my seal of approval, but there are some levels I would think fit here more, such as Not, which I think just is a lot more interesting and has a lot more weird, funky gameplay. Still, this is a very good, simple memory level that does not make you want to jump off the Statue of Liberty onto the Eiffel Tower. Getting up there would require you contact Apollo 13, but you'll be fine with those caveman flirting skills you possess. Ah, the classic 9 circles pick. I see how it is. A remake of Astronaut 13, a level that I don't like, is actually an improvement over the original. Wow! Like, that's the entire goal. For those wondering why this is a special thing to mention, remember that Infinite Circles version 2 is a level in the game with the star rating gained from Robbie Toppy that gives Sloppy Toppy. Considering any other level could have been chosen, I will give this level my seal of approval, so that it doesn't get any worse. This is basically like putting a band-aid on a flesh wound. Now let's go to Heinz. I don't know if you know Heinz, because I've never talked about him before, but this guy is pretty well respected for making gameplay that you actually want to play. Though this is one of his most difficult and therefore controversial works, it's still Heinz, and just like ketchup, you can't have enough of it. With its classic retro hacker thingy themed, Cyber Chaos is a banger, and for that reason I will give it my seal of approval. So, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. We still have the second half to go, but that's for next time.